Brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of Valhalla, it's your boy OdinnsFyrsin, and in this week's video we're going to go over how you can start making money in GTA 5 online. Before we get started, this video contains info for all types of players, so make sure you watch until the very end, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, leave a positive or constructive comment, and of course, if you haven't already, hit that magical little subscribe button so you'll always know when we upload our next video. With that out of the way, let's move on to why we are really here. Now, I made this video with all player types and styles in mind, so whether you're a solo player, a part of a group or crew, maybe you're a newer player fresh to the game, maybe you're a long time, day one veteran like myself, there's plenty of helpful information that could potentially help you make millions of dollars in GTA 5 online, so let's get started. Step 1. Regardless of your playstyle or preference, the first step I would say to take is start playing the game only with like a group of friends. If you don't have anyone to play with, simply look for a group online, post to Discord, Facebook, Twitter. There are literally millions of players online who want nothing more than to make as much money as possible. So the only thing stopping you really from making new friends and making millions of dollars is who you are as a person. Step 2. Learning to prioritize your purchases. Save up your money, spend your money wisely. With everything that Rockstar has released and brought to the game from various businesses and locations, heists, jobs, supercars, and flying jet engines with a saddle for a seat, there's a lot to take on, especially if you're a newer player or a player who doesn't have any of the things that I'm going to describe in this video yet, and not very much money for one reason or another. Prioritizing what you spend your hard-earned money on can be hard to do, but you need to learn how to do it and do it well, or you'll find you're wasting more money than you're capable of earning. Step 3. What do you want to spend most of your time doing? Are you more of a jobs and races type of player? Do you prefer heists and crew activities? Maybe you're someone who wants to have all the businesses and locations. Maybe you're not really sure what you want to do, but you just want to make as much money as humanly possible in as little time as possible. The answer here is simply to figure out what you want and take from this video what you will, and hopefully you'll find the perfect setup for you to make money, as this video is merely just a guide with brief explanations for what each thing does, what it gains you short-term versus long-term, the best way to use that resource to your advantage, and how to do these things all together or separately. Step 4. Now that you got a group of friends to play with, a list of priorities for what you want or need money for, and have some idea as to how you would like to make that money, we can look into what to buy first and what not to buy until you have more money so you can make the most in the beginning and slowly increase your revenue each day until you're making as much as I do. With that, you'll want to buy these things in this order, especially as a new player or a veteran starting a new character. First and foremost, you're going to want the arcade. The reason you want to start here is because compared to all the other businesses and locations, the arcade is the cheapest to get started immediately, as well as the fastest to get working with, especially with a group of friends or a crew to help out. The reason for this is because you can easily get enough money to buy an arcade, less than a mile or so from the Diamond Casino and Resort, and you can start doing the heists. If heists aren't your thing, maybe you could skip ahead, but I've looked into this quite well, and if you want to make the most as you can, as early as you can, this seems to be the best route to go. Farming the Diamond Casino heist can net you an easy $600,000, all the way up to $1.5 million in just a matter of about 4 hours. And your only heist can net you as easy, that 600 to 1.5 mil, like I said, in that 4-hour time frame. That's going off the assumption that you're just playing as a solo player. And you're only spending between 1 to 2 mil for a basic arcade location like the one you're seeing that I use in this video. My group and I can average 2 to 4 million per 4 hours through just the diamond heist alone, with only a little bit of dedicated grinding on the setups and whatnot. Number 2, MC Clubhouse and the cocaine business. Once you've made a good 3 million or so from the heist, I highly recommend buying the MC Clubhouse in the very center of the map, as well as the cocaine business, which is located near there. These can net you a nifty good 420k per 4 hours with an investment of only about 150k if you buy supplies. I highly recommend that you buy supplies versus stealing them, because the time you save versus the money you spent over a longer period of time will really start to show. Considering that each time you do a steal supplies mission, you're spending anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes gathering 1 or 2 bars of supplies, whereas spending 75 grand will get you a full supply bar, and you won't have to worry about it for another 2 hours or so. This will be a huge boost to the money you're already making, which will allow you to start seeing much more money much quicker, and then you can move on faster and faster, gradually building as you go. Next, you're going to want to get the meth business and the bunker. Where most people advise not to do this till later, I heavily suggest saving up enough to buy both of these, and here's why. The meth business, like the coke, will earn you much more money over time than the other businesses, and the bunker, while a little time consuming, can net you an easy 700k without any upgrades. With upgrades, you're looking at about 1,050,000, and that's with a relatively empty lobby, all within 6 to 8 hours of gameplay. This one asset alone has made me more money than anything else, and is only put here because it's just a little bit more expensive to get a bunker than, say, an arcade, and the time to earn is comparatively smaller while the payout becomes considerably larger. Next thing you're going to want to do is start upgrading your businesses. Starting with your MC, coke, and your meth business, upgrade them. This will not only speed up your production, but raise the value of the goods you'll be selling, and lower the frequency at which raids you can get. Now, a lot of people told me in the beginning, don't bother with the security upgrades because it's not really worth it, but I was basically getting raided every single time my business got full as soon as I became an MC president. And these problems still happen even with the security upgrade, but you'll notice a very big difference, really, in the amount of frequency at which your businesses get raided. And considering that those raids can take anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes to complete, and that by failing that mission, your business will completely lose all of its stock and supplies, as well as you'll have to reset up the business, you could see how it could cost you a lot of time and money. So I do heavily advise in getting that upgrade. Similarly, you would then save up enough money to do the same for your bunker, so you can nearly double your daily earnings, going from that potential 1 to 2 million per day to nearly 4 million per day with a group of friends or a committed crew. The reason this method works so well is because of its reliance upon having a team. You really want to play this with a team. If each person has all of these things, you are all making the same amount of money over time, which allows for each of you to take turns as the CEO leader or the MC president, and that's just more money in your pocket with every sale and job and heist. And while you're helping each other out, your stocks for your businesses are growing. Just make sure to resupply once every 2 hours or so you don't run out of supplies. Again, stressing to make sure to buy supplies, not steal them, as it just takes too long, and it doesn't fill up your supplies all the way like buying them does. Just try it, and see if there's a noticeable difference for you. Next, you're going to want to get yourself a CEO office, and save up for either a vehicle warehouse, a special cargo warehouse, or both. I cannot tell you how important this one is. Forget about all the other stuff for now. Just focus on getting these going. The reason being is because with vehicle warehouses, you can source 10 low-end and 10 medium-range vehicles, keep them in the warehouse rather than selling them, and from then on you're sourcing only high-end vehicles. Each high-end car will cost about 20k to sell, but you'll make 100 grand per high-end vehicle, and those missions can take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So you can suddenly start getting about 250k per hour just from selling cars, which will also kill time if you're alone or just waiting around for your friends to get online. It is a huge boost to daily profits. Similarly, with the special cargo warehouse, you can source 1, 2, or 3 crates per mission. I personally recommend going for 3 crates for the 18,000 with a team of 3 or 4. or 2 crates with a team of 2. 1 crate if you're just trying to do a quick solo crate, but for the most part you'll want to go for the 3. Just because while you are paying more for all 3, it does save you quite a bit of time, and when you have a large warehouse and you're collecting more than 100 crates, it's going to be a lot faster to just have 3 at a time with a team. Plus, it's much more worth it in the end, as each full large warehouse sale is about 2.2 million right off the bat. Next, the Nightclub and the Terabyte. I know people say you should buy these things last, but the reason I suggest this here is because of the Terabyte specifically. The technique I prefer to use is I'll park my Terabyte in front of my special cargo warehouse. I start up a source mission inside my Terabyte, then I deliver the crates to my warehouse, I come outside, go right back into my Terabyte. Then I'll launch a client job from inside the Terabyte, which will earn you about 30k per person, takes 5 to 10 minutes. Coming back and doing either a VIP job or I can source some more crates. This will earn you a couple extra $100 grand per hour, on top of the money from your other businesses and heists. At this point, you should notice an average of about 1 million per hour if you're following this method. And that's just as a solo player, so imagine with a team of 4. The Nightclub also allows you to automatically accrue goods via the Technicians menu, which I will go over in a more detailed video in the future, along with a lot of other subtle things about each business in future videos and how you can, make more money here and there through other businesses that I don't mention in this video. I should also note it is worth doing the promo club as it makes a lot of money long term. Most people say not to bother with this, but considering that they only take about 5 or so minutes, and I've made over 2 million just through daily earnings through the Nightclub in the last month or so, it really is worth it. Now's the time to get your other upgrades you haven't yet, and get the other MC businesses you really want to max out for your daily income. I would avoid the weed and document forgery businesses as they just aren't worth it, but if you wish to, you can. Again, though, I do stress if you notice you're not making much money from them, you know why, as I've already said so. You'll also notice this boost. It'll also allow your Nightclub to earn even more revenue passively to sell later, and then you can really see the totals add up. Next, you're probably wondering, how about selling all these businesses, especially what without only being able to be done in a public lobby? How do I do that? I'd recommend the following. First, get a full team of 4, possibly even more, just to protect your stock. If you do get attacked and lose any product, immediately close out your game and restart. You'll only lose a small portion of your stock and you'll be in a new lobby just like that. Always check the lobbies as well for dangerous players. Avoid lobbies with players sitting in facilities. You never know if they're just going to try to grief you with an orbital cannon. And it never hurts to message everyone in that lobby and say, hey, I'm selling businesses. So don't grief me and be one of those morons who wants Rockstar to keep making millions off of shark cards. You'd be surprised how many people will come over just to help protect you. And then maybe they'll even invite you all to their group to do the same. Doing this, I've found roughly 70% of the time I'm able to make a full sale of each and every single one of my businesses, and I am averaging at this point about $8 million for every 6 hours of gameplay. That means that in 6 hours, just because of the work that I've put in prior, I am now making $100, real world dollars, of GTA income. Rockstar would sell you a Megalodon card for $100, giving you 8 million, and I just gave you that for free. You're welcome. As for some other tips and pointers, specifically in relation to griefing, if you're one of those people out there and you're watching this video and you're thinking to yourself, I really enjoy blowing up other people who are selling their businesses, all you're doing, as I've said in a previous video, is contributing to the purchase of shark cards. If you're someone out there who's worried about getting griefed, again, you really just want to make sure that you're not playing by yourself. It's all too easy to take someone out who's playing alone, because especially if you have a full, sale to go, you're going to have 2, 3, maybe even 4 delivery vehicles, and you're only going to have half an hour to do it. And while you can do some of them alone, realistically, with a team of at least 3 people, you can get that mission done in as little as 5 minutes. that decreases your odds of getting griefed, maximizes how much you're able to earn per hour, and makes it to where you could sell, if you had every business, you could sell all of them in under an hour, and you've already made, give or take, about 3 or 4 million, not counting other jobs, other business sales, heists that you have planned, whatever. With all of that said, currently, I'm making about 9 million per day now. I'm trying to shoot for 10 to 15 mil, and I'm doing so with only what I've told you in this video. So if you guys enjoyed, please like and comment and subscribe. Keep in mind that once we reach 100 subscribers, we're doing our first major giveaway of $100 to one lucky winner. So if you guys are interested in entering, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to follow our Twitch channels as well. I am OdinnsFyrsin on Twitch. That's OdinnsFyrsin. Also hit up our other good buddy, Santos Sniper. We both have just recently become Twitch affiliates, thanks to you wonderful people. And once we hit 100 subscribers, we'll do our giveaway announcements on social media like Facebook and Twitch. And then we'll have the giveaway done live on Twitch. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and have a great rest of the day.